and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I did the Daisy Keech bum workout. Quickly before we jump into the video, I do just want to say if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe down below. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, we'll get straight into the video. So doing this challenge made me realise how little muscle I actually do have in my bum. I mean, it's no shock considering I have never ever in my life ever worked out my bum before. So it shouldn't really be a shock. So day one I failed miserably. I knew I was going to find it hard because, like I just said, I've never worked out my butt before in my entire life, but I didn't know it was gonna be that hard. I struggled the entire time. I was not having fun, let me tell you that. I stopped very frequently. I literally just couldn't hold my leg up any longer. Honestly, it looks like such a pathetic attempt, I know. And I know it's going to annoy me watching this back to edit it, but it's genuinely the best I could do. So as you can see, I did stop loads, but honestly, it's all I could do. I feel like the weight of my shoes didn't help at all. So if you're like me and you've never ever exercised your bum before or like worked out in that area at all, please do not wear shoes. I made the stupid mistake of wearing shoes, and I do not recommend that to anybody that is here watching this video. Do not wear shoes. Please do not wear shoes. You will regret it. They actually weigh a lot more than you think when you have no muscle to lift them up. Like genuinely by the end of this exercise, I don't know what happened, but I physically couldn't lift my leg in the air anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, my bum was on fire. It was killing me, but my legs were shaking that bad. I couldn't even lift, I think it was my left leg, right leg. I think it was my right leg. The very last exercise I did, I just couldn't lift my leg up anymore. So I tried my best on day one, but that was my attempt. So day two was slightly easier because I did go into it having a stronger mindset because I just really wanted to do better than the day before, and I'm pretty sure it worked. Now let me tell you, I was still nowhere near even good at these exercises, but my attempt on day two was a lot better than on day one, and we'll take that because that is progress. And for the second day, that's all right progress considering how bad the first day was, because the first day was just so bad. It was a complete write-off. Now after day two and going on to day three, my bum hurt so bad. I thought I genuinely wasn't going to be able to keep my leg up in these exercises because of that's how bad my bum just hurt. But I did manage to get through it, and with more improvement than the two previous days, which let me tell you is the only reason I actually genuinely continued with this challenge. So day four is where this challenge started to change for me a bit, and I'll tell you why. It is the first day I finished this exercise in around 15 minutes, I'm pretty sure. At this point it was definitely getting easier to get through, and I knew that if I was going to have to keep this challenging for myself, I was going to have to start including a little weight to the exercises, which that is exactly what I did on day 5. But we'll get into that in a little bit because I do just want to say that I was making sure that I did get in as much protein as possible. But I did start doing this from day 2. I definitely didn't do it on day 1, and my bum hurt so bad after that day 1 exercise. I know it was the first day and I've never worked out my bum before, blah blah. But day 2 I think I made myself a protein shake and it worked wonders. It genuinely worked wonders. I was still in pain for day 3, don't get me wrong, but it was a lot less. And then every day from then onwards I was keeping up with my protein, eating loads of chicken and stuff like that. And I genuinely think that is the only reason I managed to get through this entire exercise, the full 7 days, because of protein. So make sure you eat your protein. So day 5 comes along and I knew I was going to have to up the weight somehow. So I do have resistant bands, but I did think to myself, not everybody's gonna have resistant bands laying around. So I did DIY a bit and I just threw on a pair of shoes. So I started off with like medium heavy shoes. If you do have the shoes, the Nike 97, those are the shoes that I did wear. They're also the shoes that I wore in the first clip, and they are a medium heaviness, so they do actually add a little bit of weight. You'd be shocked. You would be shocked how much they do just give it that added extra hardness that you need at day like 5 and onwards. So yeah, I wore them, and then gradually throughout the couple of days after that I did up the weight of my shoes. So I went in from like 97s were like medium weight. They're definitely not light shoes, but I didn't want to go with heavy just in case I injured myself, and I didn't want to injure myself for the last 2 days because I really wanted to complete this challenge. But yeah, I could tell by the end of that exercise that if I didn't use them shoes, it probably would have been a bit too easy for me, and you don't want that. You want to keep it hard because if it's easy there's no point doing it and you're just putting yourself through it for no reason. So yeah, shoes definitely helped. And then day 6 is where I upgraded my shoes to Wumper Stompers. Now, because the Wumper Stompers I was wearing were actually really heavy. You genuinely don't realise how heavy them shoes are. They are heavy shoes. It did make it a lot more challenging, but by day 6 I liked that because I could tell around day 4 or day 5 it was starting to get a little bit easy for me, and I just worked up enough stamina by day 6 where I wanted to make it more challenging for myself. So I did get through day 6 quite, I wouldn't say easy because adding weight is never easy, but I mean after that day 1 anything's easy compared to that day 1. That day was horrible, and I think by this point the exercise ended up only taking me around 10 minutes or so, which is a massive improvement because unlike day 1 I'm pretty sure it took me around 35 minutes to complete the exercise, and let's be honest, the attempt was quite poor. It's just mad how much muscle you can actually build in such a short amount of time and how good your body can actually like repair itself, and this challenge is definitely proof of that because there's no way I would have been able to get to the point where I was at day 6 if my body hadn't have grown some sort of muscle, so I knew it was working. So day 7 was the last day of this exercise. I did do this exercise just for 1 week, so day 7 was the lucky day. It was the final day, and by day 7 I don't know if it was just something to do with the fact that the challenge was nearly over and like I could get to see my results, or the fact that I was genuinely just getting fed up with it by this point, but I was sort of losing a bit of patience. I remember thinking to myself during the whole exercise, it's your last day, just carry on, just try and do it as fast as you can, as best as you can, try and squeeze your bum as hard as you've squeezed it this entire challenge. And one side of my brain was arguing, being like, I can't be bothered, and the other side of my brain was being like, just do it. So day 7, I think I quite smashed it. I'm pretty sure I only let my leg fall down twice. I'm pretty sure, could be wrong. I mean, you'll see if I'm wrong. But yeah, all in all, my experience with this, to be fair, wasn't that bad. Like the exercises wasn't that bad. After you get past the first day I promise you will be the hardest, especially if you don't live up to your expectations or whatever, because it just makes you want to push yourself 10 times more the day after. So yes, these are my final results. So here is the before picture, and here is the after picture. I also did measure my bum in inches before and after this challenge, so I can tell you exactly how much muscle I did gain throughout the period of the past 7 days. Now, I did this purely because I thought I might not be able to see a difference on camera, and I knew that if I couldn't really see that much of a difference, I'd lose all motivation to ever do this ever again, even though it was just 7 days. 7 days is such a short period of time to gain any sort of muscle. It does not happen that fast, so the fact that I did actually gain muscle, I am very, to be honest, quite impressed with, and would do this challenge again. So the results of measuring my bum, I did grow just over ½ of an inch of muscle in the last 7 days, which if you ask me, that's quite good. You are going to see the best results as well with this exercise if you are new, because of beginner's gains and all that. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe down below. It would mean the world to me. Like this video if you did enjoy, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.